What is up, people of the universe? This is Bonjo here, bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle, and this is against Enteiman2. And he has great videos, guys. Definitely go check him out. And at the time I'm narrating this battle, he's at 98 subs, so help him get to that 100. So, anyways, this was an RU battle. He leads off with an Electivire. I lead off with my Relicanth, which is scarfed. It's adamant, so I know I will not be able to outspeed it. So I switch out into my Zebstrika, predicting the electric move, which he does go for. And now at this point I'm thinking he's scarfed, so I just go for an overheat, but it turns out that he's an expert belt Evire, and that really screwed me over because he gets an early 6-5 lead. That doesn't last too long because I'm able to go into my Scolipede, outspeed him because I know he's not scarfed, and finish him off easily with an Earthquake. So now it's at 5-5, and he goes into his Uxie, probably thinking I am scarfed or something, or banded. So he goes for the T-Wave, trying to cripple my Scolipede or anything that I switch into, and I switch into my Cradily, and T-Wave on Cradily isn't that bad unless I get the Parahacks on crucial moments, and I'm able to set up my rocks. And then he switches into his Tangrowth as I go for the Toxic, which is really vital because Tangrowth is an amazing physical wall, and Toxic on a wall is always great because it makes sure that Tangrowth can't stay in for many turns unless he has rest. So now he goes for the Sleep Powder, predicting my switch. As I get the Parahacks, that didn't matter at all because I went for the Toxic, predicting his switch. And now again I go for the Toxic as he switched into his Munchlax, which is really good for me. Although I'm quite certain he does have the rest. So although it will still be pretty good for me because it will get some residual damage on his Munchlax. And he goes for the Whirlwind, forgetting my ability Suction Cups that prevents me from getting switched out of battle by an opponent. So now as he goes for the rest, I go for the Energy Ball that does nothing. And now knowing I can't do anything to him, I switch into my Relicanth as he goes for the Sleep Talk, gets the Body Slam and gets the Parahacks, which is really bad for me because it completely cripples my Relicanth unless it's against his Tangrowth, because I might still be able to outspeed him. And I go for the Head Smash to get some damage on his Munchlax, or if he switches into anything else, and it does a decent chunk on his Tangrowth, considering that it was a physical defense wall. Audino comes in as he went for the power up that missed. That didn't matter that much because it would have done nothing to me. And then he goes for the Sleep Powder. That was a pretty bad play by me because I could have switched out and then switched back into my Audino to heal that Pokemon and all the other Pokemon of paralysis and all with my heal bell. So that was pretty bad play by me. And now he switches out into Fraction, taking this an opportunity to get off his Outrage and deal massive damage to anything that's on the field unless it's resisted. But unluckily for me, I have no Pokemon that resists his Outrage, so that's bad for me. And now I switch into my Manaphy, that is my Fione, which is my physical defense wall, but still it does not take that Outrage very well at all. So now I don't want to sack my Fione just yet, so I switch into my Audino, hoping I could take it better, but he gets the crit, which is really bad for me because I actually calced it and it said that Outrage would do 141 to 170 damage, I believe. So that was like a 4-hit KO or 3-hit KO or something on my Audino. So that's quite bad for me. Anyways, crits are part of the game, what can you do? And now I go to my Scolipede as I go for the Mega Horn as he sends in his Uxie, probably as Death Fodder, because he knows it does not have much use for against my team as I do have the Scolipede. Now he goes into his Tangrowth and I knew I could not one-hit KO'd and he would probably just put me to sleep again. So I switch into my Relicanth as he goes for the Earthquake, which does not take me out because Relicanth does have decent physical defense. Actually, physical defense is its best stat, even better than its attack. So now I switch into my Cradily, not wanting to sack my Relicanth just yet as he goes for another Earthquake that doesn't do that much, although I am a special defense wall. And now he switches out knowing he can't do anything to me as I get the Parahacks. I'm not too sure what I went for. I think I went for the Energy Ball, but I don't know, it didn't matter. Now I switch into my Fione again, taking this as an opportunity and hoping that he does not get the Body Slam off, but it doesn't matter too much for me because now I'm able to knock off his Eviolite to increase the damage that my teammates, other Pokemon deal on his Munchlax. by reducing the defense drop that he gets from the Eviolite. And then I set up the rain, which is pretty cool because you don't see temporary weather that much after the introduction of Politoed, Drizzle Politoed and stuff, but that's in OU, and so in RU there's nothing that can bring about permanent rain, so I just use Rain Dance to get it. And now I switch into my Fione, as I predicted his Earthquake and I knew I could take on as I was a physical defense wall, and now I take this opportunity to go for the rest. And what my strategy is here, that I will get my Fione back at full health after the rest, and as the rain is still going on, I do have the ability Hydration that will immediately wake me up, and it doesn't matter too much even if he gets the para hacks from the body slam, which he does here, but sadly for me the rain stops exactly on that turn, so that was really unlucky for me. And then he goes for another body slam as I am able to set up my Rain Dance again, and which cures my paralysis thanks to my ability Hydration, I believe. Yeah. And now I go for Scald, hoping to get some decent damage on that Munchlax. I do get some damage considering that the Scald was rain boosted, but he's able to get off a rest and get back to full health. So now again I take this as an opportunity to go to my Relicanth and deal some massive damage to him, as he does not have the Eviolite anymore, and he goes for the Sleep Talk. Luckily for me he gets the rest, because a body slam would have taken me out. And I go for the Waterfall because it is rain boosted, so it is as if the Waterfall is super effective, although it is not. And so I'm able to get a solid 2-hit KO on his Munchlax, which is really good for me because that was a special defense monster. And now he goes into his Manectric. I don't want to switch out because I know I will die to his rocks when I switch in again, so I just stay in as he goes for the Volt Switch, and that's good for me because he shows me that he's life orbed. I was really hoping he wasn't Scarf, as he would have been able to outspeed my Scolipede and take me out, but now that I know he isn't Scarf, I know I can bring in my Scolipede anytime and take him out with an Earthquake. And now he goes into his Fracture as I go to my Fione, and I go for the Scald, hoping to get the pun, really hoping, because that would be really beneficial for me, because although he's able to finish me off with another Outrage, he finishes me off my Fione. And then I go to my Credilli and the Outrage does a crap load, because I am a special defense wall. I knew that although he got the 3-turn Outrage, he would get confused on that turn, so I go for the Recover, trying to stall him out. And he does hit himself on the first turn as I get back to full health thanks to the Recover. And now he hits himself again, I believe, yes, while I get the Parahacks, I'm not sure, but no, sorry, he did not hit himself on that turn. He indeed got the Outrage, which was really bad for me because he brought me down to less than half health. And now he snaps out of Confusion, which is really horrible for me because he brings me down to my last Pokemon, Scolipede, after taking down my Credilli. But I really got nervous here because I knew I could outspeed his Fracture and his Manectric and take them both out with an Earthquake. So it's actually one-on-one here. It really depends on how much my Mega Horn does to his Tangrowth. I knew it wouldn't one-hit KO him as he's a physical defense monster. And if he missed his Sleep Powder there, I would have definitely won the game after the poison damage that cancelled out his leftovers. But unluckily for me, he hits, and as you will see now, I don't wake up any of the 2 turns, and he's able to 2-hit KO me with the Earthquake. So that was a really great game, Enteiman2. Definitely go check him out, guys. It was a really close battle, as you will see here. It's a 1-0. So he's a great battle, guys, and he has good videos too. He has SO movesets, some Pokemon Wi-Fi battles and stuff like that. So anyways, go check him out and rate, comment, subscribe, guys, and see you guys on another battle.